Yep. I said it before and I'll say it again. Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
Something's changing, hard to find. Jesse's got himself a girl, and I wanna make a match. Jesse's girl, where can I find a woman like that? To whip it good. Sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree? I travel the world and the seven seas. Everybody's looking for something.
Cause I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep from going under.
Don't believe the hype. Don't.
Remember, there's a need to get along. Again, I said I was a time bomb.
Oh, here she comes. Watch out, boy, she'll chew you up. Oh, here she comes. She's a man eater. Wake me up before you go. Leave me hanging on like a yo-yo. Wake me up. Might as well jump. Oh, he is so fine, so you blow my head.
Watch the boat.
Here's Johnny.
That girl is pretty kinky. She's alright. She's alright.
How does it feel? Feel like you do. Quite like I can. I take a muscle bound man and put his face in the sand. I take the kind of rhymes that make him see wish that I died.
When I get that feeling, I want to say that you feel it. Say that you feel it. Oh, me.
Your money for nothing, Mr. Jackson Free.
My girl wants to party all the time, party all the time, party all the time.
Let off some steam, Bennett.
Everybody, how did you like that little nostalgic trip down memory lane back to the 80s for the intro? Welcome guys, it is Friday night, it is TSP TV Live, there's 5 of you watching. 5's better than no one. The 80s did rock. They were, you're not alone, Annie. Although I was only a teenager for the most part of the 80s still will be possibly the greatest time of my life. Hang on, let me try and get rid of that picture for you. Then we can see the studio. Maybe. Come on, don't be a bitch. There we go. Here we are. The 80s are kind of spotty, and yeah, well, Judy Bell, you just shared a little secret with me. I don't know if or not we will share that secret later with some of the Thrift Fam members if we do get a few more folks done show up this evening. But yeah, the 80s were great. We did do an early morning show today. Say early morning, it was a midday show where I did get a little bit of a care package birthday gift from dear beloved Thrift Fan member Glynis and Wench Wrench, who's not here right now. Maybe she had a little bit too much Irish cream with her coffee this morning, is having a little siesta perhaps. But Glynis, wherever you are, wake up before you go. Don't leave me hanging solo. There you go, some more 80s nostalgia for you. But I ended up getting a little bit wasted. I had 4 shots of whiskey for breakfast. Put me in a little bit of a siesta this afternoon out in the sun. But during that little show, somehow, some way, towards the end of it, we ended up getting back to the 80s a little bit, talking about Fatal Attraction, I think, was what started the ball rolling there. And we ended up having so much sort of fun chatting about the 80s as we ended that show. I thought, you know what, let's come back tonight live, let's do a special no-vid. Yeah, fuck COVID, everybody give COVID the fucking finger. Fuck him, piss up a rope, COVID. We don't need your new normal or your masks or your goggles. The goggles, they do nothing. But anyway, everybody give a fuck COVID fingers up for me here. I don't know what's going on with my YouTube. I've got the computer up here. Don't know if you can see that, the snazzy new thrift store studio, but I'm not able, for some reason, this is what I'm worried about. We've only got 5 people watching, but for some reason I can't find tonight's live show, which is very, very bizarre, on YouTube on the computer. But I do have you, luckily enough, on here on the other phone. So I don't know why, hang on, we haven't got you on the computer tonight, but that doesn't matter. I've got you up on the screen now. Turn your volume up, Bob. The volume's up as much as it come. You've got a volume on your phone. Maybe that will might be it, but nothing I can do this end. Sorry, drain the swamp with my volume controls. That is it. It's set by default. But anyway, as we did have fun with whiskey earlier, I thought, why not start the night off with more whiskey? Doesn't hurt, right? Doesn't hurt. And then we're trying get into the festivities of tonight's little nostalgia trip down memory lane, as some of you were saying that they were the best times of their life. So we've got a little bit of Crown Royal here. Where have you been, Callie? But anyway, we've got a little bit of Crown Royal, which is some Canadian rye, whiskey and rye. Bye bye, Miss American Pie. So we get half a Crown, and we've got some Fireball, which is cinnamon whiskey. You've been shot up. Yeah, well, I did have a few shots this morning, Nancy. I was just saying, it did put me into a little bit of a siesta. And we've even got liquor spilt in the studio. So that's what kind of night that it is going to be. We'll leave that there because I'm pretty sure we will have maybe another shot later. But the liquor did seem to fuel the good times earlier. I'm not saying we should always resort to liquor for good times, but hey, it was my birthday week. It is Friday. It is the weekend. We are saying fuck COVID. We're done with listening to all your shit. Let's get away with it. Let's get back to a time that we all thought was a lot more fun, free, and stressless. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Let's get some whiskey in me. There we go. Cheers. Let's get on to back to proceedings, rather. Okay, you're popping up on the screen now. That's good, because now I can read your comments on the computer. Someone needs spankings. Drain the swamp. We've only just started, and already we're taking it to a Cinemax. I was going to call it Cineflex, Cinemax level of entertainment. But anyway, we were having a lot of fun and laughter back about the 80s, and that's why I put together a little bit of that fun intro for you. Although I can't actually claim total ownership of that. I did find that off of YouTube and then kind of added a little bit of TSP flavor to it to sort of make it my own and use it as the intro. But I thought it'd be a nice way to kind of string some of those memories back, and you know, the sights, the sounds, the movies, some of those songs there might have even got you tapping your feet. So Maida Montana's getting people to bend over and is crying for mercy. It is going to be that kind of night. Should I get another whiskey before we start? I think so. It's going to be one of those nights. So anyway, but it is a shit video production, actually. Yeah, sorry, Drain the Swamp. If you don't, if you are new, I'm pretty sure I've heard you or seen you before. I refer to my productions or my creations or my videos as shit video productions, and that's kind of why we've got little shits dotted around here for shit video productions. You can see there's a little turd there. Hang on a second, let me see if guys, if you've got drinks, go and get one now. There you go, look, see, shit video productions. We can make the turds tumble. Oh wait, we can do something else as well. I got something ready for live feed. Sorry, I'm just watching the turds tumble on the replay because we've got a bit of a 20-second delay. There it is. Do you see that? Fuck COVID Friday. No apologize necessarily. Drain the Swamp. We are kind of a little bit of a strange bunch here at the thrift store. Yeah, a lot of oddballs here. None more crazier and wild than our dear beloved Annie Bedell there. She and I actually had a very, very interesting wander down a rabbit hole the other day on my birthday. She kept me company. Bless her. We all do, but let's say it twice today, Judy, and let's tell it to go and piss up a rope. Everybody give piss up a rope COVID. Type it in the comments. Hashtag it if you want. Hashtag it if you want. I don't mean you're crazy and wild, but you are crazy and wild in the good sort of way, Annie. You're not sort of crazy and wild in that chick from Misery. What was her name? I can't remember. Kathy Bates. Anyway, guys, cheers. Happy birthday to you, Nancy, once again. So guys, while I'm drinking my second shot, give it a piss up the rope COVID in the comments. That would be hilarious. And hashtag it. We might even be able to make that a thing. Fuck COVID Friday. Brilliant. Who knows? There's some good stuff. I don't want to start getting too used to drinking live on air. There's a little burp for baby P, who isn't with us. I think she's still asleep. She was getting medicated this morning. So the 80s. What can we say about the 80s? I'm pretty sure each and every one of you out there that is watching has a very, very fond memory from the 80s, possibly a favourite piece of music, favourite movie, or favourite TV show. But the 80s, for me, you know, that was my kind of coming of age era. And it was sort of some of those movies, and I don't know if any of you can remember, last year we actually did a live special titled 80s cartoons and how they shaped today's society, and we looked at things how for example in Inspector Gadget, you remember he used to have like the phone in his hand. Well, those little things actually do exist. You can buy these little kind of, you don't put it in your finger, but you can kind of like stick it to your thumb, like almost a wearable, your thumb and your finger. So you've got a little receiver and a mouthpiece, and I think you even have a little antenna. Not only that, little Penny, if you can remember, she had like a tablet thing that she used to open up. I think it was a book, but when she opened it up, it was like a computer, almost like a laptop, and she had GPS and things like that. Oh my goodness. We could almost dedicate tonight to Judy Bell's 80s because Glynis is here. Glynis, you've already missed it. I've had 2 shots on your behalf earlier. But Judy Bell, she got married in 83 and divorced in 89. My God, for a second I thought that was 84. I was going to say that was good going. You managed to last a year. And you've also got another secret from 1988 that we may have to share with some of you at some point tonight. So, what was it? From 80 to 90, I was aged 8 through to 18. I was 10 to 20, so I kind of really did sort of come of age during the 80s. About 80, sort of 2, 83, I started sort of paying a little bit more attention to sort of pretty girls, in particular Blondie. God. Crown Royal. Sorry, baby P. They're not the best burps, and you're not even here, so I know you're sleeping, but you know, you do count the burps. But yeah, it's around like sort of 80, 82, 83 that I started becoming a little bit sort of, you know, maybe not wanting to play with my G.I. Joes, and kind of discovered my G.I. Joe, if you catch what I mean by that. And in particular Blondie, she was one of my crushes of choice, and possibly the first girl that kind of gave me a stiffy, let's put it that way, girls and ladies and gentlemen that are out there. But good old Debbie Harry of Blondie, she was one of my heartthrobs, as was Justine Bateman, not Justin Hayward, Justine Bateman, who you may recall from the show, what was it called, with Michael J. Fox, Family Ties, I'll say Family Affairs. She's another one of my heartthrobs of the 1980s, as was Leah Thompson, who you may know as Marty McFly's mother in the classic, one of my greatest favorite films of all time, Back to the Future. And I don't think there is a more 80s movie than Back to the Future, very much because it kind of did highlight the technology of the time. And if you also remember, in the sequel, Back to the Future 2, come out in 1989, they fast forwarded to 2015, a year that is now in our past. But when we watched that in the 80s, 2015 seemed a lifetime ago. And I almost wish we had that society that they went to, Marty and the Doc. Do you remember those kind of weird costumes and stuff that they were wearing in Hill Valley in the 2015 of Back to the Future? But yeah, that was a movie, as I said, that was very, very, very much all about the 80s, because they kind of highlighted the fact that at the time that was the height of technology. You remember they had the JVC handheld video camera, and obviously, you know, the DeLorean, the Walkman, the skateboards, the aviator glasses, the body warmers, the jackets. Back to the Future was particularly one of those films, or Marty McFly, who kind of influenced me in the sort of way I dressed and kind of even behaved during the 1980s. And as we sort of mentioned a little bit about Inspector Gadget and the tablets and things, that as we children of the Generation X, we grew up, and to adulthood, all of a sudden, some of these things that we used to see on our TV screens in crude animation while eating a bowl of cereal in our pajamas every Saturday morning, become a reality. And the 80s, you know, was very, very full of kind of futuristic movies, sci-fi movies, the Terminator, RoboCop, Blade Runner, Mad Max. It was all kind of about the, well, hello there, Kelly Gibo, and I think you were one of the ones that said that it would be fun to have an 80s night. So here we are, just for you, Kelly Gibo. But back to the 80s. That also could be the guy that was in Short Circuit, and that was another movie also that came out in the 80s that showed robotic technology that was kind of weaponized. But what was his name? Was it it wasn't Charlie, it was Johnny Five. Johnny Five is alive, if you can remember. He kind of become... What did he become? He become alive. Johnny Five is alive. That's not how he sounded, but he was a robot that was part of a militarized task force, I guess, or army of, if you can remember Short Circuit, there was a whole bunch of Johnny Fives. Johnny Five just happened to sort of, I can't even remember now, whether a lightning bolt or something that he got struck by, and he become alive, he become conscious, he decided to develop feelings and his own, you know, he didn't follow the programs that the other robots that were designed and destined to kill. And Johnny Five become very, very friendly, went on a whole host of adventures with his nerdy scientist and computer programmer sidekicks. One of them was Indian, right? If you can remember. I don't know his name, but I'm sorry, the whiskey is beginning to kick in. But it's all good. I caught a live stream. Laurie's here. It's been a while since we've seen you, Laurie's. But yeah, Short Circuit, you know, not only was it a very, very, very quirky, fun 80s fantastic movie, there is also, you know, robotic technology. There are some sort of robots that they now use. I should have probably got some pictures. Maybe we could do that somehow. Fuck it, we're making this shit up as we go, just like Indiana Jones, another one of my 80s icons. But we do actually have, you know, in this day and age, like robots that they will use for bomb disposal. You know, you want to send humans in just in case it detonates, but they have these robots that look very, very similar to Johnny 5 that can go in and kind of disable bombs, as well as some of these that can be mounted with, you know, shotguns and machine guns and other kind of sort of ballistics, and can be remotely guided into hostile areas and take out a small camp of Al Qaeda. Bam, he's going down. Bam, he's going down. But with a robot kind of thing. In another movie, also very prominent of the 90s, 1980s that you may recall was Forever in Electric Dreams. Although that wasn't the full title, but Electric Dreams is about the guy who was a computer programmer. And way back in the 1980s, we had like Commodore 64s and VIC 20s. In the United Kingdom, we had something called a ZX Spectrum. Now, home computers were very, very, very crude and simple, and, you know, sort of cell phones that we use today, you know, this is like, you know, Star Trek kind of advancement in comparison to those early sort of home computers. And if you can remember some of the Atari consoles and stuff, they were very, very simplistic, very, very small, tiny processors and computers built within them. But that was the height of technology. And in the movie Electric Dreams, in the song was sung by Phil Oakley of the Human League. I don't know if you can remember. We'll always be together in electric dreams. But the computer fell in love with the programmer, and her human programmer, and caused a whole lot of kind of havoc and destruction and stress to his everyday real life, because she was able to hack into certain sort of things that made his life a misery. And that film was kind of rebooted a little bit recently, as last year, in a movie called Jexy, which was one of these sort of Seth Rogen stoner type modern kind of comedian actors, probably in Family Guy or American Dad is one of the voice characters. But that guy was in it. He was in the that TV show Workaholics, but he was the main protagonist, and he was somebody that was very, very much in love with his phone, took care of his phone, you know, better than he took care of himself, and his phone really was his life. And he got a new phone and he upgraded it, and it had this kind of like Alexa system in it called a Jexy that also kind of developed feelings with him. But it was very scary in the sense that Jexy kind of told him, you know, doesn't matter if you change your phone or if you throw, I'm always going to follow you. And that's a little bit like you know, ever since we got smart technology, we started up with a Google account. Ever since that first day that we signed up and signed and agreed to it, Google has been tracking and tracing and cataloging all of our sort of activities for the period of time that we've had one. And every time you upload or get yourself a new phone and you log in with your Google account, it brings it with it, just like Jexy. It never really disappears. And this technology that has been collected and recorded will possibly be used against us, not in a court of law, but maybe in a supermarket and grocery store near you, coming in 2025. But let's to digress, we're getting a little bit too contemporary there. But anyway, supposedly Vancouver will eventually be populated 50% robots, and that's pretty scary. And again, you know, another robotic classic that you can't ignore from the 1980s was Terminator. Well, there's a talent I didn't know you had. Who, me or somebody else? Are you talking to someone else? I don't know. What talent was it I had or didn't have? But the Terminator, you can't escaped the 80s without Sarah Connor and Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'll be back about the Terminators again. You know, Cyberdyne, they were a company that excelled in computer technology, artificial intelligence, and robotics, and it was Cyberdyne that created the Skynet system, where they sent up a whole bunch of satellites into space. Is any of this sounding familiar in contemporary times? Maybe a certain Elon Musk shooting up satellites into space, but the Skynet was kind of set out, and it was like a defense satellite system that was linked in to the nuclear arsenal on Earth, and over a period of time, the computers that humans give technology, the ultimate power of technology in artificial intelligence to, the computers, through their kind of trying to make or create a sustainable development. Again, does that sound familiar to anything you may have heard about in recent times? But in order to kind of sustain the Earth, they discovered that humans were in fact the most destructive threat to themselves on the planet, and therefore felt that the best way to protect Earth and humans from themselves was to eradicate humans, and thus that's what started the war between machines and humans, and sent the humans running into an underground. And out of desperation, they sent back Reese, who in turn impregnated his past partner, who was Sarah Connor, who then had his son in the past, even though Reese was born after the fact. Very, very, you know, the space-time continuum there was messed up, but, you know, he had to kind of come back from the future in order to impregnate Sarah Connor in order for John Connor, the leader of the resistance, to be born. But time travel, robotics were things that were very, very prominent. There was, obviously, we've already mentioned Back to the Future and the space-time continuum in the 88 miles an hour and the 1.21 gigawatts. And there's an awful lot of, I say an awful lot, but there is a little piece of Back to the Future, the first one, on which the Doc calls Marty up at home in the middle of the night. And if you can remember, Marty McFly was lying in his bed with his cans of Pepsi Free in the background, because, you know, the product placements in the 80s was what it was all about. But they sent out, you know, Doc calls up Marty, goes, "Hey Marty, did you get this? What did he get for the video camera?" That's right, bring the video camera. So meet me at the mall at 1 o'clock. But anyway, Marty McFly was a little bit late, and he arrived at the Twin Pines Mall at 1:16 a.m. in the morning. Now, I don't know if or not you know this, but if you flip 1:16 a.m. upside down, if you were looking at a digital clock, it then becomes 9/11, and he was at the Twin Pine Malls, just like there were Twin Towers, right? And he arrived at not 9/11, he arrived at 1:16, which, if you turn it upside down, will be 9/11. And then when Marty McFly did go back in the past, he actually knocked down, Marty McFly went back in time, he hit one of the pines, leaving only one. And on his return to the present, 1985, although that is now very much in our past, 35 years ago, makes you shudder to think it was that long ago. But when Marty McFly returned, it was the Lone Pine Mall, and now there were once 2 towers, now there's only one. A little bit of programming and seeding there. But yeah, Marty was like the coolest for me, character of the 80s. And again, 2 more lovable characters that liked to time travel other than the Doc and Marty were, of course, Bill and Ted. And they had there's a new movie out made, and it's supposed to be out in July. But those time travelers, they were about to fail their history exam, and then somewhere out of the future come Rufus and said, "Listen guys, you are going to save the world, and you're going to bring peace and harmony, but you've got to pass this test. So here you go guys, take my time traveling phone booth and go and do some research in the past." And of course they went back over many centuries and collected some of the historical icons like Abraham Lincoln, Joan of Arc, and then they brought them to the school and put on a little rock show style presentation that meant they passed their history exam and therefore were able to start their paths of destiny towards saving the world. And I think the new movie, if I can recall, they had too much knowledge of their future, which was something that was prominent in Back to the Future as well. If you remember, you should never have too much knowledge of your future. But Bill and Ted, I guess, because they were told that they're going to write the music that unites and brings the world together, just got lazy and didn't bother writing it. And I think the third installment to that sees them having to go out of their way and time travel a little bit and learn how to play instruments. But anyway, Judy, I think you've got to go and look. He's cutting down a tree. Oh dear, that sounds like it could end in some time of disaster. Let's hope not. Good luck with your tree cutting, Judy, and sorry you have to duck out. Twin Pines is probably a reference to the pineal gland. That's a good point, Kelly Kibo. What you add? One cannot have twin pineal glands, so one is destroyed, good and evil. Shush T, what are you talking about? Shush. Oh, having things. 88 is time to time travel, and the 1988 happens to be the year where the only thing in my life I would change. Interesting. Of course, 88 in gematria is HH, Heil Hitler. And Hitler supposedly and his Nazi researchers were trying to do a little bit of research into time travel. And was it the Manhattan Project or the Philadelphia experiment? It was one of the two. Manhattan was the nuclear bomb, right? I think Philadelphia experiment was where they were trying to open interdimensions and time travel, something that my dear friend Annie and I were chatting about just the other day, the opening of interdimensions and parallel universes. So yeah, 88 miles an hour, and that was the speed they needed to get the DeLorean up to in order to get the flux capacitor to make the jump into whatever time they had decided to go. And what was the other one that had a little bit of time travel reference in it? There's a little bit, it wasn't, they didn't have a time machine, it was Peggy Sue Got Married. Was it Kathleen Turner or Sybil Shepherd? Can't remember, one of the two. Sybil Shepherd, that was Moonlighting, right? Sorry, just went off track then there. But that was a movie where she kind of woke up back in the 50s and her boyfriend was Nicolas Cage, and she wrote the Beatles songs down for him because he was a sort of musician that wasn't very good, and she figured if she went back in time and gave him the Beatles lyrics, he would be a successful artist in his when he grew up. But I can't remember much about Peggy Sue Got Married. I kind of remembered it come out in 1985, the same year as Back to the Future. And I remember being so like blown away with Back to the Future. It's like the coolest fucking movie I'd ever seen at that time. Still is. And Peggy Sue Got Married come out, and it's like, oh my god, it's another time travel movie. And I kind of was expecting it a little bit to be like Back to the Future, but with a girl. And it kind of wasn't. It was a little bit lame, but I might have to try and fish that out and watch it again for reference, just to see what that was all about. I don't know if anybody can remember Peggy Sue Got Married that could add a little bit more. In 88, I was put into a cult. Wow. That alone has just got my interest levels raised, Kelly Kibo. I was in a cult to change my teen rebellion. It was like the Stepford Wives. This is fascinating. Kelly, tell us more. So where was this cult, and what were you actually like doing that was so rebellious that warranted you to go into this Stepford Wife for kids type cult things? Of course, was the Children of the Corn, did that come out in the 80s, or was that a 70s movies? But wow, how long were you in this cult? Did you escape? Did it work? Did you stop being rebellious? Did you come out like a Stepford wife? Wow. So yeah, is anybody else, while I'm reading some comments, give me some of your 80s memories, references, or things that, you know, maybe you remember from the 80s that are now in fiction, that are now like real life things. My goodness, should we have a drink for Kelly? 89, I was in a boys' home for 1 year. And what did you do, drain the swamp? Was that because you had been bad or something? Boys' home, was that kind of like juvie or something? Or was that like a boys' school? It's called Straight Inc., now called DFAF, Drug Free America. So it still exists. Drug Free America. Let me look if I can get there. I was there for almost 2 years. My goodness, Kelly, you must have lots of stories to tell with that. Maybe we should get you on one day and you can be a guest and tell us about your cult experience in the 80s. Skipping school and breaking into cars. Baby Pamplin, welcome, my darling. What are they called? Drug Free America. And they're a cult, right? You're saying Drug Free. How do I spell America wrong? Oh, it's the alcohol, probably. Okay, let's do a little bit. What does it say about them? So here they are. Is this them, Kelly Kibo? I'm not going to read it like a poo, even though I know you would like that. But anyway, the Drug Free America Foundation. So that's the DFAF, which is what you went to. That was called Straight. Now, by any chance, Kelly was... I mean, this is interesting because it is relevant. This happened to Kelly in the 80s, and it's this is like a wormhole waiting to happen. Is anybody else like fascinated by this? But sorry, what was I saying? Did they, by any chance, like the word Straight Inc., was it anything to do with like maybe trying to sort of make gay kids straight again? Because there were lots of those sort of things going wrong, right? There. Got to make a call. I'll be right back. Look it up. I will. I'm going to look it up after Straight Inc. So this is what it says on Wikipedia. Actually, it's what it says on their actual website, DFAF.org. The Drug Free America Foundation is a 501 non-profit charitable organization focused on drug prevention and policy that is committed to developing, promoting, and sustaining, like that word, sustaining, national and international policies and laws that will reduce illegal drug use and drug addiction. It was founded by Betty Sembler and Mal Sembler, chairman of the Scooter Libby Legal Defense Trust, former Florida government Jeb Bush, former Drug Enforcement Administrator Karen Tandy. Sounds a scary fucking place just by the Jeb Bush and the drug enforcement. I mean, this is a non-profit to help kids, right? And they got drug enforcement administrators there. Congressman Dan Lundgren and are some of the few on the advisory board. So what are we looking at them? Look it up under Straight Inc. Let's see what Straight Inc. were doing in the 80s. And did they have like sort of chapels around, like localized chapels or franchises or something? Surviving the Straight, Straight Incorporated. Would that be it? Let's read about on Wikipedia. Is anybody finding this interesting? I'm finding it particularly fascinating. And that's not just the liquor talking. Straight Incorporated was a controversial program in the United States that existed from 76 to 93, which held clients ranging in age from 12 to 21. Incommunicado in warehouses. Were you in a warehouse? Fuck. Yeah, you just answered me as I read that out. So they kept people incommunicado in warehouses. The youngest documented detainee was age 11. The organization operated 43. See, they're giving us all the answers we were just asking. 43 centers across the United States with locations in California, Connecticut, Delaware, Florida, Georgia, Kentucky, Massachusetts, Maryland, Michigan, New Hampshire, New York, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, South Carolina, Texas, Virginia, and Washington. It is known how many people graduated or 7-stepped from Straight's programs. Okay, so it's founded by Florida businessman Mel Sembler and his wife Betty, along with Joseph Zappala. The program was praised by prominent figures such as former U.S. President George H. Bush and former First Lady Nancy Reagan, but was also subject to multiple accusations of abusive practices. In every state Straight had a facility abuse was either documented by state investigators or was alleged in civil suits. Multi-million dollar lawsuits were won by former clients and even more settled out of court. Wow. That is fascinating. He was in Georgia, and did the devil go down with his violin? Glynis, Drain, stop contenting. Oh wait, what's going on here? Alright, I guess there's a little bit of relationship issues going on. So that's fascinating stuff. Maybe we'll look into that some more. And more. In 1981, the founding director, Robert DuPont, visited Straight to encourage the organization to expand by creating new facilities nationwide and by training children peer counselors. And I guess the peer counselors are like the people that were programmed. That's very interesting because there's like nearly one in every state, right? They said there's like 43 of them across the United States. And Kelly was saying how they were kind of like little cults. Now, reprogramming children and re-educating their minds, perhaps stopping them, I'm not saying necessarily breaking into cars or underage alcoholism is a good thing, but we grow up, right, and we kind of explore and get into things, and some of us got a little bit wild in our youth, and it was kind of the lessons and mistakes that we made that kind of maybe paved a better way for our parental or adulthood. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you have to make mistakes to learn by. But kids kind of have to be kids. They have to be able to sort of play and sort of explore and experiment with things themselves to find out who they are, and sort of, they have to figure out what's right and wrong for themselves. But these little places kind of do seem very much like they were, if you weren't the kind of white picket fence Stepford wife, kind of 2.4 children demographic type individual, I'm guessing, then they thought you were a little bit radical and rebellious and tried to reprogram you. And a little bit now in contemporary times we see that that they're trying to reprogram the minds of the young. Certainly movements like the climate cult led by little Greta Thunberg. This is remodeling the minds of the young, as well as social media and applications. But that was fascinating, Kelly. Lady Diana visited the centre, and Bush did. You didn't get to meet Lady Diana. Hoopdies, long time no see, baby girl. Always a pleasure to have you. We're doing a little bit of a back to the 80s nostalgia night. We're talking a little bit about some time, Back to the Future, Bill and Ted, time travel. And then out of nowhere, Kelly Kibo told us about her time in 98. That was the worst year that she had. And some of you guys are sort of sharing some of your 80s. So don't be shy. I'm dying to hear some of your 80s memories, particularly you, Annie Bedell. If you're listening, I'm almost certain, you are an author, but you could probably write books about the adventures you had in the 80s. I don't know why I'm seeing T-birds with the hood down in the marigold sunglasses and a headscarf in a shotgun. I don't know. But anyway, Kelly, that was fascinating. As I said, maybe at some point we might have to delve a little bit more into your adventures or misadventures in the Straight program. But we miss you, Hoopdies. So we are glad that you are back. Look at that, we've nearly been going an hour. Does anyone want to see the intro again? No, let's not resort to that. Does anyone think I should drain the swamp? Great one. Thank you for that, Drain. And that's what I'm kind of saying. You know, let's start just sharing. You know, it's all about fuck COVID. It's about, hey guys, let's just forget what's going on in the world tonight and let's go back to the 80s where we all had fun. Apart from Kelly, who was in a cult. I'm trying to make light of it, Kelly. I'm sure it wasn't, but you know what we do at the thrift store here. We try to laugh rather than cry. Twisted Sister, yes, we're not going to take it. That's a song that is very kind of poignant now. I don't know if I can get away with this, but something I wanted to try and do for you all, and I am actually going to try and do it, is I had some, like, I don't want to get a copyright strike, but if we kind of play it quiet and in the background, we might be able to get away with this. I don't know if you can hear it. I just want like a little bit of background. Can you hear? Do you mean Bon Jovi? We were worried about you actually, Glynis. Bob Jovi, yeah, you did have a little bit too much Irish cream for your breakfast this morning, I'm guessing. It's all good. We got there, third time's a charm, Glynis. The Rockford Files. Do 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 do. So you were being a mother during the 80s, Nancy. MacGyver. I miss band jersey t-shirts. Yeah, t-shirts in the 80s were great. Can you hear the music in the background? I don't want to be too loud, but I wanted to get some kind of 80s sounds in the back. In this song we are listening to at the minute is called Win in the End, and it comes from the movie Teen Wolf. I can see you as a punk Cali ninja. Did you have like snorting up crank and drinking a lot of alcohol? That's an image. Do you have spiky hair and a Mohican? Okay, yeah, we don't want the music too loud, Baby P, because we don't want to get a community strike, right? Or copyright strike, but I did want to put some 80s tunes in the background. Teen Wolf was one of my favourite movies as well. And some of those 80s movies had like these, you know, those like montages at the end, and sort of at the end of the montage you'd feel so much uplifted. They'd like win, the nerds would beat the, you know, the lambdas, no, the belt. What were they? The alpha betas. The nerds were the lambdas. I had a baby in 85. Was that your first one, baby, Pamplin? The Who? To The Who and Jeff Pack. Oh, that was your third in. Dang, you were a machine, Becky Pamplin. Are you working, lurking tonight, or you got the weekend off? Oh, hoops. Well, you should. I know what you're saying about wishing you didn't have to go to work, but I kind of be glad that you do got work. There's lots of people that don't at the end. I can see. Did you go in your Oh, you're home tonight. Okay, baby Pamplin. Well, why don't you get yourself a little shot of something? I don't know if anybody else out there has liquor on hand or in the close vicinity. Brilliant. Yeah, do you know another influence of me was Styles. I don't know if you can remember. That was Teen Wolf's best buddy. And he had the t-shirt that says, "What are you looking at, Dick Nose?" I actually had that t-shirt printed and made up. What are you looking at, Dick Nose? Baby P, I just got up this morning when I downed 4 shots of whiskey. So why not? Okay, Nancy's got some wine. Queen in the 70s, that must have been a cool concert to have seen, Glynis. I love ZZ Top as well. ZZ Top are one of my favourite bands. Especially they had some really cool videos back in the videos with the car and the sexy girls. Yeah, I think that's probably why I like ZZ Top more than the music, was for the pretty girls in the video. What am I doing? Getting another shot, right? This is a great song, and Winning Again. It's kind of a little bit inspirational. some poop juice. You're a better man than me. I'm having coffee. Well, I hope I'm a better man than you, Baby P, because you're actually a lady that had babies in the 80s. So I certainly would like to be a better man than you, seeing as you're not a man. It'd be kind of worse if a lady was a better man than me. Yeah, I bet. He was a great performer, Freddie Mercury. He knew how to rock and own stage. And the 70s. Well, I'm actually a 70s baby myself. 71 was when I was born. 29th of July, 1971. Dang, Glynis, I've nearly gone through it all. But that was We're Winning the End from Teen Wolf. And there are some songs coming on from movies. That's just a commercial. You know how sometimes these songs have commercials and stuff. But I identify as a man. It's ma'am, Laurie. That's what we're talking about. Has anyone else got a drink? Come on, get your drinks ready, ladies. It's the weekend. Let's get our drink on. Was the band Saxon out of Canada? I couldn't actually answer that. I can't really remember much of Saxon. Here's another one of those good old 80s tunes. Hey, Fireball. Yeah, I'm mixing Crown and Fireball. I got they were full this morning. That's how much whiskey I've drunk today, guys. Now Becky's not old. She's baby pampling. Who like my birthday, my wine. It is your birthday. Give it up to Nancy, everybody. Meatloaf. You got to put one foot in front of the other. Has anybody got their drinks? Or am I drinking alone? Alone? Alone. I sound like Scooby-Doo. Alone. Alright, I'm drinking on my own. Cheers to you all out there. I drank Fireball Camping last week. Great in the morning coffee. I can imagine it would. And for some reason when I was down in county jail in Los Angeles, actually Becky P, there's been about 4. You got late to the proceedings. And we have had a few burps prior to that. But inmates, Cali Ninja, you might be able to, you've seen some time behind bars in Cali, I believe so. But they drink their coffee, they get their Keefy instant coffee, and for some reason they smash up a jawbreaker, a cinnamon jawbreaker, and put in their coffee. That's the spirit drain. You know, like I say, we don't really encourage these things, but it is Friday. We are trying to sort of think, you know what, we don't need to know about the new normal. Let's just talk about the 80s and some of our memories, although Kelly's memory of the 80s is going to take some topping, although she's already JBJ's got JBG Judy Bell, she's got a story from 88. I don't know if I should give a teaser, but she might have been drinking some Fireball coffee behind bars in the 80s. That's a story I'd love to hear, but as I said, that is going to take some beating. Kelly Kibo's locked up in a warehouse cult. Did you, like, I'm sorry, did you have to like graduate or anything like that? Why were you there for 2 years? Was that like the duration, or did it just not work and they just kept you there until it did? I think Kid Rock would be a good president. I could see him, you know, like, I don't want to start on other things, but if there was going to be someone to deliver a message of world peace, and Kid Rock, I could see you could choose worse, right? You could choose work. The Bad Kids School. So what else can we talk about in the 80s? We've been talking about bands and concerts and stuff. The greatest concert of all, possibly, well, maybe not the greatest, but the greatest concert that was in my lifetime, certainly had to have been possibly Live Aid in 1985. I'm sure you can remember. It took that long to graduate. Whoa. And so many questions, Kelly, so many questions, but this is a song that you might recognize in the background. Trying to sort of get you in the nostalgia. Kid Rock 2024. I would vote for him, even though I can't vote. But I'd vote for him more than Drake. Or is it Kanye? Kanye, right? That's the one. This feels a little bit like playing Grand Theft Auto now. Come on, this is getting the 80s grooves on for you, I'm sure. Just reading some of those comments. I'm not sure what that is that you're drinking, Made in Montana. It sounds medicinal, but good. Ow, Mal. We're having an 80s special night tonight. Listen, can you hear the music in the background? Where are you going, Al Mal? Just phone in and tell them you're going to be late. Yeah, it's a good way of getting off some stress, right, Cali Ninja? I think there's like another 2 for your baby P. Supertramp. We could probably find some Supertramp, but I got some movie tunes lined up here. But Supertramp and Heart. What was that song? Heart song. How Will I Get You Alone? No, it's not the Danger Zone. This is actually predates the Danger Zone. This is from Scarface, Elmel. And it is Push It to the Limit, which is a little bit like the Danger Zone, I guess. The Danger Zone could be continued. True, I'm stressed out to the max. Yeah, go and have a little game and go. I used to just like get in the golf club. Hey, Honker. Welcome, welcome. How dare you? Was that a little Greta Thunberg moment then? But yeah, we're all having a little drink because it is Friday night and we're kicking back. They are very similar in sound, Elmel. So where are you going, Sugar Tits? You didn't tell us. You got a date, somewhere to be, or you got to go to work? But anyway, get yourself a drink, honk. That's what we're all doing. Did I just have one or not? I can't remember. But there was something that I don't know about. Those kind of 80s synth-wavy kind of tunes that still sound good today, although maybe not if you play it to young people. And the big hair and the kind of... Go play peek-a-boo. Who's the most dangerous element, Becky P? Greta Thunberg? Or the I can't say it. Dihydrogen? Yeah, I'm just going to give up and stick to the whiskey. Yeah, the peekaboo spy on the neighbour. That's something that's coming our way soon. They're gonna the neighbourhood incentive to keep everyone safe. Spy on your neighbour. I got pizza with real bacon and pepperoni. Is that your birthday supper there, Nancy? That sounds a delicious pizza. Yeah, Peter Frampton, he had that thing that made his guitar sound funny. And what else did Frampton sing? Oh, baby, I love your way every day. So we've got 15 people watching, surprisingly enough. I'm not sure if or not we're getting that 80s and nostalgic at all. Is anyone having fun? Yeah, tell me if you're having fun, or is this kind of like the lonely sort of ants party that you feel obligated to go to and like, Jesus, I just hope fucking Al-Qaeda or a sniper or an asteroid gets me out of this. I've never seen Peter Frampton, but such a cool band. Anyway, cheers. I don't know if I just had a shot or not. I don't drink, Laurie, but it is my birthday. It is Friday night. This is a fuck it COVID Friday. We don't care anymore today. We just don't want to think about COVID. We don't want to think about the New World Order, the militarized industrial complex, any of that shit. We're just trying to remember the 80s in times when we're probably a little bit youthful, young, hungry, and full of cum, that kind of thing. I can't remember that little saying, but as well as that, oh my God. I think I need a little smoke now. It is a Just Fuck It Friday. Drain the Swamp. And we did this a little bit at the sort of beginning of the pandemic. We were having like shows where we tried not to talk about what was going on in a little bit of distraction. And sometimes, this is what's needed. And a little bit before I was chatting to Oh my god, why does my ex-girlfriend always call me when I'm doing something? And I never hear from her until I'm doing something. Shall I answer it? Hello, Jenny, I'm in the middle of a live show. Right, you're live on my show right now, Jenny. Yeah, I was just... You always see... It is the first time. Everybody, say hello. I mean, you can't hear them because they're just commenting with comments. But say hello to Jenny, everybody. Say hello louder, Jenny.
Hey, everybody on YouTube.
Oh wait, let me put you on speaker. That'll help. Say hello, Jenny.
Hey, everybody on YouTube.
There you go. That's Jenny. For you. But yeah, sorry, I am in the middle of a show. You always seem to sort of phone me when I'm incapacitated. People are saying hello to you, Jenny. You've got 2 hellos right now. If you wanted to, you could, like, I don't know if you subscribe to my channel. You probably don't. You just say you do. But you could go to my channel and find the link and watch along. You've just, everybody's saying hello to you now. You're even getting emojis. It is. What are you up to? She's an old...
I know it's a bad time. Just give me 1 second. I just want to ask you a quick question. Do you still have Viber on your phone?
No, I don't. I don't have Viber, no. Okay, but as I said, I do have a live audience, and it's not a call-in show. But people are asking who you are now. Can I tell them? No, I'm not going to tell them everything, Jenny. We've got secrets they shouldn't know. Especially about Loblaw's car park roof. But anyway, if you want to go and join in, find my channel and go and you can tell them about yourself in the comments. But you can tell me about Viber when I'm not in the middle of a show. Let me go back to my audience. I'm sorry. Take care. Okay, bye. Yeah, call me later. Yeah, Jenny's an old friend of mine, guys, who sort of has this knack that anytime I was kind of, no, the benefits have gone long ago. Kind of, you know, like when you're unemployed, they only give you benefits for so long. Yeah, those benefits have long gone. But she is a friend. I met her like 3 or 4 days after I actually arrived in Toronto. She's actually since been married and divorced. But ironically enough, she has a little one who was born the day before me. Strange. We're actually listening to Rush, Rush, Give Me Yayo, expired benefits. I should send her the link, right? Then she can come and tune in with us. Perhaps. Oh my goodness. Sorry, that distracted me. I don't know what she wanted to know about Viber. But, probably something. Let me go find her. Right. Okay, that's done. Johnny from Forrest Gump. Yeah, he had a girlfriend. She was a drug addict that got AIDS, I think. Bitcoin Viber. Jenny from, oh my god. Expired benefits. I hope she watches because it won't be then. Peas and carrots. Don't know. Becky, have you been on your medication? You've only just woken up. What were we talking about? I can't even remember now. Did I have a shot or not? Life is like a box of chocolates. There she is. Jenny's here. She's here. Hi, Jenny. Hello. She was just on the phone now. Vibrator. You see, Jenny, look what kind of people we cater to here. So everybody, give Jenny a big hello. She was just on the phone. Maybe you could type in the comments, Jenny, what you were referring to in terms of Viber, because that's an app that you can call people on, a little bit like Skype. Let's get rid of the background 80s music. I don't think that is working as well as I kind of background. We need some volume. Oh, that was a while ago. Jennifer Peas and Carrots. I'm not get where am I missing the peas and carrots here, guys? You're right. Why not have another one? It is Friday. Jenny, if you wanted to, you know where I live. You could come over and be a guest in the studio if you want. You could be like my sidekick. I am getting a little bit drunk. You're right. Well, I should have another one. No, you don't use things like that, Jenny. I'm gonna have to take you out of the audience. Although it's probably a little bit late now. Hold on. So what was I doing? Having drinks. Yeah, I've seen Forrest Gump a few times, but I can't remember the peas and carrots. And Jenny, I can remember like the guy, the Bubba Gump dude with the shrimp. The bottle was full. Both of them were full this morning. I don't know. Jenny's talking to somebody else. The guy, he was the one that lost his car that time that we looked for about 16 hours for in thing. Elmel, me and Jenny, we are like peas and carrots, of course. I can remember like the box of chocolates reference in the guy with the lip there, but I couldn't remember the peas and carrots they were. But this is, I mean, I know like Forrest was a little bit special, but he said like boxes, you know, it's like a box of chocolates, you don't know what you're going to get. Sorry, there was a burp there about to happen. But most boxes of chocolates I've bought in my lifetime, or for gifts or for personal consumption, have come with like a little menu inside and like diagrams of what the chocolates look like, and they kind of tell you exactly what they were. So I'm guessing maybe Forrest Gump's mum bought like chocolates at the knockoff damaged chocolate shop or something. You know, sometimes you have these at the factory, confectionery factory, where they have like damaged or superficially damaged stock or below standard stock that they sell off cheaply. Maybe she went there and bought like the boxes of chocolates that didn't have the menu that told you what they were. I mean, can you imagine that, sending like out a box of chocolates where you really didn't know what you were going to get? That like could be horrible, especially if you didn't like nuts and there was a nut one in there, you had an allergy or something. And I don't know what it is. Let's just try it. Oh my God, it's nuts. I'm going to die. I've got an allergy. That would be kind of totally irresponsible of the confectionery company. The other thing I didn't like about Forrest Gump, although it did have an amazing sound, in fact, it had a cooler soundtrack than the movie warranted. It wasn't like the music was too cool for the movie. But it also beat Pulp Fiction for best movie. I don't know, like I'm more of a Pulp Fiction than a Forrest Gump type of movie person, but anyway, it kind of did beat Pulp Fiction, which I was a little bit disappointed about, because well, Pulp Fiction, what can't you say? But we are getting into the 90s a little bit now, and as I said, this is a little bit of a rarity because I am getting a little bit loaded on live. Elmel was here briefly this morning. Didn't we watch a whole, or try to watch a whole bunch of movies, Jennifer, that we never got much farther than 20 minutes for various reasons? I think we also tried to watch The Walking Dead and only got about 20 minutes into it. Yeah, you like Shrek. That's a movie that you enjoyed watching, if I can remember. The menu is a new concept. Okay. Well, I guess it was in the sort of 50s and 60s. Oh yeah, I can't remember. See, we're having fun today. But Jenny, why don't you get in your car, roll over, and you can come and be a guest in the studio, and you can tell us all. What was it about Star Wars that you didn't like? Because the first 20 minutes are pretty good. You know, you get like the spaceship and the Star Destroyer comes in, and then there's a stormtroopers start shooting at the rebel troops as they enter the blockade runner. The Tantive 4 is the name of that craft, if you were wondering. The first ship you see in the opening scene of Star Wars. How can you not like Star Wars, Jenny? I don't know. I was telling them the story about how you've got a little one that was like, say happy birthday to Jenny's child that has a Star Wars name, funny enough. Isn't your child named Leia? Yeah, or Leah, I can't remember. Something like that. It's not my child, by the way. 5 minutes to know you, 1 hour to love you. I know, I couldn't even give Star Wars more than 20 minutes. The whole thing. Shaking my head. Lee, okay. It was close to a Star Wars name. It was close to a Star Wars name. So we were, Jenny, you are late to the proceedings. And you did call in the middle. I wasn't going to answer, but the viewer said, answer it. So we did. Oh shit, we know where this is going. I don't think it's going anywhere, Kali Ninja. Lee, that is like Princess Leia, but it's spelled different. It's spelled, oh, I just knocked my camera. Oh, it helps if I actually, I want a spliff now. I've had too much to drink. Does anyone feel like a smoke break? I feel like a smoke break. I've got to be warned though. Jenny, darling, we're a strange bunch here. It's probably best that you don't watch again. Or maybe you will become part of the furniture. I don't know. I think there's probably a place in there. Jenny actually has a remarkable talent. She can do voices. She's very good at doing voices. Isn't that right, Jenny? 36 degrees. What about those Lakers, huh, Laurie? So anyway, we kind of got sidetracked. We were getting nostalgic about the 80s. Were you alive in the 80s, Jennifer? Just about, I think, weren't you? Maybe. But most of us, we were. Yeah, no, wait, Elmel, that might be like, because there's Fahrenheit and Celsius. If it's like one of them, then 36 degrees, yeah, it would be really hot. That'd be like over 100. Hot, yeah. Laurie, you're in Canada too, right? Laurie and Glynis definitely are. Yeah, trust me. No, Kali Ninja, he's also a boy. So, but the thing is, if this was like the end of the world and this was like our little doomsday apocalypse compound, we'd be doing some repopulating, Drain. That much is for sure. Hey, Heidi's here. Glad to see you. It wasn't that hot here today. It's about like 27, 28, but feeling maybe like 30. I don't know why. Baby P, there's another one for you. 6 degrees of separation. How's your... Did I have another shot or not? I keep forgetting. Yeah, 34 is 98. So, wait. We are all rubbing our estrogen off on you. Don't you promise me a good time, Almel. I've actually dreamed of a little bit of a harem that would... I'm not going to say any further than that, but... it's not far off a virtual harem. So anyway, Jenny, welcome to your first ever Thrift Store Prepper live experience. We were having a night where we said, fuck COVID, fuck it all. You're right, let's have another shot. I'm not going to start putting money in my underwear like I did this morning. We've almost finished it. It is my birthday, so Jenny, if you wanted to come round, I will save the last little dribbles for you. But I'm pretty sure you're not, unless you're already in the car. She might be in the car on the way over. Jenny, don't take your socks off. Is that a song? So we've nearly finished all my birthday liquor, which is a good thing. And I was going to roll a spliff. No, it's not a song. It should be a song. It sounds like it should be a song, Drain. Maybe we could write it together in an 80s synth sort of a way. No, get that. Ding, 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 ding. Jenny, don't take your socks off. Don't get in that car tonight. The guy you're gonna see's not worth it. He only wants you for one night. that wasn't bad for like, I just made that up. It's not like I've like been working on that for fucking hours or something. So if anybody can remember those lyrics, jot them down in the comments. And we do need like maybe a drum solo at some point, and definitely do need some kind of hairband guitar back there. Just going to the gutter tonight. Been a rough long week, so why the hell not? This is what we're talking about. We need to sometimes just forget about everything. We need to get into the gutter. We need to sometimes just behave like adolescent teenagers, pretend we're still in the correctional cult that our parents sent us to because we were rebellious. Maybe pretend we just broke into a car and stole a... God, the liquor's kind of doing a little bit of a number on the inside there. Let's play shitty cards. You're right, we should play some shitty cards. I might even get the Wheel of Thrift out. Yes, indeed, it's my birthday. So I do got the shitty cards there. We can play those after if you want. Maybe we could find an 80s quiz and have an 80s quiz after I have a little smoke. Do you mind if I do? I might put some music on while I'm going out. Is it your birthday? Oh no, I thought that said happy birthday, but it's high DNP. And Jenny, DNP isn't what you think it means. That stands for disabled in prepping. We haven't got that far yet, Becky P. But Jenny, stick around because we are going to play my patent. It's not patented. It should be patented. Quiz show. I'm probably the only YouTuber that has a live quiz show. Almal, so we want a game of what was the yes to Almal? Shitty cards, or we should find an 80s trivia quiz and we could have a little bit of fun with that. Cake, champagne, I don't know what the fireworks is. Dancing, kisses, hand jobs and hearts. I haven't heard from Jenny for a while. Maybe she's already checked out, or maybe she is in the car on the way over to be a guest. That would be good. Okay, we will do some trivia then. Almal wants some trivia. Yeah, it's Nancy's birthday today, Cali Ninja. We did make a little bit of a fuss for her today. So everybody, if you haven't given Nancy a celebratory message, please do so. Oh, Annie's satellite is down. She's in the middle of a storm. From a storm? Yikes. Okay, so what am I? I'm getting drunk and loaded live on air. Happy birthday, Nancy. Nancy, it's your birthday. God gave us a gift of you today, and it wouldn't be the same without you. Happy birthday, Nancy. Come on, join in, Nancy. It's your birthday. All right, Nancy, did you just cut and paste that? You used that one this morning. I'm old. Hashtag shy. Oh, but wiser, I hope. I don't think you are very much wiser. You are. I'm just joking. Feel free to sing along. I think Jenny is on the way over. You're only as old as you feel, or I'm only as old as the women I feel. Yikes. Let's hope I'm not going to get Epsteined. Anyway, what am I doing? Glynis did send me some marijuana that is particularly nice, so I have been getting loaded at the expense of Glynis today. Tranny fanny. Well, a woman rubbed a fanny on me the other day at the protest, which is probably why I'm not going to go anymore. I feel as though I was a hashtag knee too. Some of you found that a little bit of amusement, and I guess it is amusing, but at the time it was a little bit scary because, you know, she was an older lady. It's kind of, if you could imagine your grandmother trying to give you a lap dance, it was a little bit like that. But she kind of, I was sitting down on a bench and she sort of come over and started getting closer and closer to the point she started to rub her vagina on my knee. Go and order food, Laurie. What are you going to be ordering, darling? Jenny's confused about something. I feel it. My mind young, Shah. Gotta get out of here. What do you mean? You never got weirder. Oh my word, Jenny. You see, she's our sort of people, really. No, well, your Fanny wasn't like you're not 60, Jenny. This is quite tame, to be quite honest. We've had some nights here of inappropriateness. And we do like to give the YouTube algorithm some fun and games, keep it on its toes. I'm sorry, what stuff going on? Spank, Nancy, behave. No, we're not going to be doing any spanking or things like that. What am I doing? I'm rolling a spliff. I got some whiskey there. But it was a very peculiar experience, Jenny, because as I said, this individual, you know, kind of like the Brillo pads that you wash the pans with. She kind of has like hair like that she ties back in a ponytail. And anyway, you know, she's got to be like in her 50s, early 60s. And as I said, I was kind of sat on a bench and she kind of come over and started like sort of tickling the inside of my thigh. And then sort of kind of, hang on, let me kind of on my knee, like this kind of thing. But anyway, I hope that helps. But I kind of jumped up and left at that point. But anyway, Jenny. Hey, keep up the good work. So don't worry, Wayne. You're not missing anything tonight. We're just getting drunk and talking about a lady who rubbed her fanny on me. And guys, just so you know, that fanny in English is vagina, not like butt in American. Sometimes they do, Jenny. Sometimes they do. Look, if you want, there they see it sometimes. It's better if they don't. I actually lost subscribers when I did my face reveal. For the longest time, I think a lot of the viewers here thought I looked like James Bond or Hugh Grant or maybe Jude Law. And when I did my face reveal, I did notice my views and subscribers went down quite dramatically. But yeah, we're just messing around tonight. It's kind of a little bit like a sort of birthday type celebration thing. Who gives a fuck about COVID? No new normal. It's also Nancy's birthday, so that is why we are getting drunk and high tonight. And we were talking a little bit about the 80s. Hey, Sean is here, back again. So she's back from outer space. She just turned up here with that look upon her face. We should have changed the stupid lock. We should have thrown away the key if we knew she'd show up again. Come back and haunt me, Shawnee. Walk out the door. You gotta go to work now and make those ventilators. I don't know why I'm singing. Probably because I've drunk nearly 2 bottles of whiskey today. There's whiskey in the jar. No. Sorry, we're not going to be getting drunk too much. But anyway, there's a little song to welcome you to the proceedings tonight, Shawnee. There was good intentions tonight. We were going to have a little bit of a kind of nostalgia night. We were talking about the 80s. Don't know where it all went wrong. We added whiskey to the mix. And then a dear friend who I may not have been intimate with at some point, Jenny, called me and become a sort of live guest for a second. And now she's in the audience. And ever since then, we're just getting loaded, and we're probably going to play some shitty cards once I've had my spliff. But while I'm going to put my spliff, I might put some music on for you, if that's okay. A little bit, you're right, Jenny. I do like my old school vibes, but you have to understand, you're probably the baby of the audience tonight, Jenny. Most of us are Gen Xers, and although I'm actually, there are a couple that are a little younger than me, but we are sort of 40, 50 somethings. I might steal your show, Jenny. If you wanted to come over and do some of your voices, and you actually performed. Do you remember when you choreographed that Indian wedding? And she wanted to blow glass, ladies and gentlemen. She wants to blow glass. But she's quite talented in some respects, artistic. But her friend, her Indian friend, got married, and Jenny choreographed some dance routine in the style of a Bollywood movie. Was it a Bollywood movie or something? I don't know. Could use some whiskey after this, Shawnee. Get yourself, you got liquor on hand? Get yourself something to Jenny. Pop it. See, Glynis, they want to see you, Jenny. Maybe tomorrow I just keep rolling on. Maybe tomorrow I get my whiskey on. That's also The Littlest Hobo. That was a Canadian TV show. Do you remember The Littlest Hobo? Actually, who wants to listen to The Littlest Hobo? I do. There's a place I call home. Okay. Yeah, bring booze and drugs. Oh, there he is, the hobo. I love the hobo. No, this is just a break. Come on, guys, sing along. Every step I make. Maybe tomorrow. Fuck it. Jenny has drugs. Come over, Jenny. Jenny, come on. That's hobo style, yo. God, this song's just made me smile like you wouldn't believe. But there he is, the littlest hobo. There he is running with a gun. That's fucking brilliant. The hobo runs with your sniper rifle. He was better than Leslie. We can get down with like 80s music from cheesy. Oh, do you know who we should put on? Alf. We should put the Alf intro on. He was better. Yeah, the hobo was way better than Lassie. Oh, I'm looking at his little face now. Fucking the hobo. I want a tattoo of the hobo. Until tomorrow. Alf! Alright, let's put some Alf on. Oh, this might make me cry because I love Alf more than anything. Okay, here's some Alf. I love Alf. Alright, there's an ad. We've got to wait for the ad and then we'll listen to some Alf. Oh yeah, I've watched them all. Alf is the best thing ever. There is no the hobo. You're missing out, Cali Ninja. But anyway, let's listen to some. Oh, I am gonna cry. Willie. Willie's my man. I had a thing for Kate. She was hot for a redhead. Dang. Especially in the towel in the shower. He got done for like drunk and drugs and all sorts of stuff. He went to prison. Yeah, Alf. I need an Alf tattoo as well. The little man inside of Alf is dead. That's very sad. There we go. Some Alf. Right. What I'm going to do briefly, guys, is I'm going to go smoke. But where are we? Where are we? I'm just going to entertain you with this. I'll be right back. Right, I'm back. There we go, we can correct that. I should have actually put the 80s. I got a little 80s montage that I'm going to play it out with, but I could have played that for you tonight. And I'm just reading some of your comments. Yes, it is. I am kind of happy, not necessarily because of the liquor. I've been a little bit down lately this week. Birthdays and shit do bring a little bit of misery my way, unfortunately. But today, yeah, good spirits. Getting such a wonderful gift from Glynis this morning, and of course Martha, she also sent me a little something in the mail. But that is the last of the liquor. God, I've drunk 2 bottles of whiskey today, although they're not big ones. We all are. Every single year. I don't know what that means. Are you drinking, Jenny? And what, every single year? Yeah, I do get a little bit depressed, Jenny. And it happens when you get old and alone and nobody cares. But anyway, that's the end of the liquor. Thank you, Glynis. That's more liquor than I've drunk in a long time. I know you care, bless you. Are you on your way, Jenny? People want you to come over and get drunk and loaded with me. So let me kind of rearrange the decor. I don't know if you've seen these. These are a couple of little things I found down on my time at the beach. We're down to 8 people now. I know. I kind of meant that, not necessarily, actually. But yeah, I found a couple of little army men at the beach, buried in the sand. Some kid probably forgot about them and is crying. I know I would if I lost army men. And also found this kind of cool rock. Oh God, the liquor. There was a little burb there. But anyway, Jenny, people want you to come over and party. And you can be a sidekick. Maybe you could draw a picture. So what are we doing, guys? What are we doing? Shitty cards? Are you down for some shitty cards? If you are, hold on. If you're ready and you really want to, I'm just waiting to get the music lined up. Yeah, Jenny, you can be the glamorous assistant that turns the cards over. Show me you care by coming over, Jenny. Rekindle my heart's desires. Spark the flame. Sorry, that was ridiculous. Anyway, let's get the shitty card intro music up, and I'll do some shuffling. Every day I'm shuffling. Alrighty, bear with me. Uh-oh, I got a feeling I deleted it by accident. Yikes. I have. How did I do that? Unbelievable. It won't be the same without the... I'm never ever going to be able to find it. That's a shame. Jenny is definitely not Vanna. I'm not sure what that means. Why did I lose the music? I lost the music. I don't know why. That is a shame. Unbelievable. I don't know why. Maybe Ashley Graham? Oh no. Cheesy game show music. Sorry, I'm trying to find I think I found it. We're good to go. I think so anyway. Oh God, why is it not working? Technical difficulties in the studio. All right, who's ready for enjoy everybody? Thank you for having me. Oh, Jenny, no, she didn't come over. Jenny, look, they're demanding it. Don't let them down. This is like choose your own adventure in real time. Should Jenny come and be my assistant for the evening, or should she stay at home and be lonely? Jenny, you've got drugs. Come over, party. It is my birthday. You don't have to rub your fanny on me. And we're just about to play our quiz game, Shitty Cards. This will be fun and entertaining for you. Maybe. Alrighty, the cards are dealt. I don't know if you can see them there. And the first card is a 10. So the first card is a 10. Look, Jenny. People are chanting for you, Jenny. They want you. They need you. No, they don't. Alright, are you ready? Lower than a 10. Back. Laura's got takeout, so lower than a 10 from Cali Ninja. Any more advances from Cali Ninja? Glynis is going lower. You have to guess higher or lower, Jenny, if you're wondering. High? Nancy. Everyone's going lower. It is lower. It's an 8. It's an 8. So higher or lower than an 8, ladies and gentlemen? Higher or lower than an 8? Do you like the music, Jenny? Higher than an 8 from Laurie? That's brave. What are you saying no to, Jenny? They know they want it. It's strange. So what are we saying? Lower than an 8. It's a king. Oh. But we'll pretend we'll go with Laurie's higher. So Laurie was right. It was higher than an 8. So you've got Laurie to thank there, ladies and gentlemen. Otherwise you would have lost. Okay, so higher or lower. Yeah, watch Jane. Watch if you're unfamiliar with this, you'll get the thing of it. We just play higher or lower. What did I do there? Oh shit, there's a 3. I forget that. Okay, so higher or lower than a 3. Bay City Rollers or something. Come on over. We can play some Bay City Rollers, Jenny. Everybody wants you to come over. Everybody wants a special Jenny appearance on tonight's show. So everyone's going higher than a 3. It is higher than a 3. It's a 7. Good call, guys. Somewhere I lost the plot. I don't know how or why. So a 7. Don't forget, you do have 1 pass available to you guys. Do you want the music back again? God, I wish I had more liquor. Pass on 7. Pass on 7. Everyone's passing. Okay. So you got a 2. I'm guessing you're going to go higher than a 2, guys. And it's an ace. That's good. You know, aces are wild. So we're going to go. Next card is a 6. We've got through a few cards there quite quickly. So 6 is the worst one you could have. Higher or lower than a 6, guys? Higher or lower than a 6? Higher than a 6? Higher than a 6? High. It is. No, it's not. It's a 4. That's your 1 life lost. Okay. Higher or lower than a 6? Becky P's going higher. It is higher. It's a 9. Higher or lower than a 9? Higher or lower than a 9? We are going to get to this. All right, Laurie, we're going with you. Higher than a 9? Higher than a 9? Baby P, are you sure? This is the exciting last few. Higher than a 9. Dang. God, are you guys counting cards? It was a joker. Not the joker, the jack. It was higher. Okay, so 2 cards remained in. Huge. Higher than a jack? Good call, Nancy. It was higher than a jack. And the last card. You don't get a 50-50, baby Pamplin. Don't make us put you in the naughty corner. Lower than a queen? It is lower than a queen. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. You won shitty cards. Does anybody want another hand of shitty cards? Anybody? Look at Nancy all happy that you're going to get put in the naughty corner. 50-50. How would that work exactly, Baby P? Take half the cards away? I'm not sure that would help you with a higher or lower situation. We win, you do, although I think maybe we did kind of assist you somewhere along the line. I think Jenny is getting in her car. She's on her way. I can almost sense it. Yeah, play again. Okay, do you want me to put the thing up? Or are you just happy for me to shuffle? Do you want the music again? Oh, the tumbling turds. All right, hold on. We'll get those in a second. Okay, so there's the first 6 lined up. And I will reveal the first card as a king. That's a very kind card to be starting off. So your first card is a king, ladies and gentlemen. Higher or lower than a king? There you go. Okay, lower, 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 lower. Queen. No, I didn't see that video yet, Heidi. Comfort food is very important. Higher or lower than a queen? Lower than a queen. It's a jack. My God, king jack. And I shuffled them. You saw me shuffle them, right? Higher or lower than a jack? Lower than a jack? Lower? Lower than a jack? It is lower than a jack. It's a 9. Higher or lower than a 9? Lower than a 9? Lower than a 9. I'm trying to relax. Oh, it isn't lower than a 9. Guys, don't know what to tell you. It's a 10. It's 10. Damn, crap. So that's your life. You've lost a life. So higher or lower than a 9, guys. Lower than a 10, we're going to go with Almal. It's a 6. Not very kind. Now, do remember, guys, you do have a pass. What do you mean this isn't relaxing for you, Nancy? Lower than a 6? Glynis is going lower than a 6. Almal is lower. Glynis is now saying pass. Do have to take your first answer, I'm afraid, Glynis. Laurie's going lower. Almal's going lower. I think Jenny is packing up her drugs and getting in the car and on her way over. We haven't heard from her for a little while. Jenny, oh, there's a text. Shitty turds. Do you want the turds again? Here they come. So Glynis is passing lower. Should we see if it is lower than a 6? Is anybody gonna add to the contributions of higher or lower here? Higher or lower than a 6? Pass out the turds. There they go. All right, it is lower. It's a 3. Okay, guys, that's a pretty good card, a 3. So higher or lower than a 3? You can see the cards have not been manipulated in any way. What? No, you're passing on the 3 higher. We're going to go with Laurie's higher. It is higher. It's an 8. So higher or lower than an 8. Higher or lower than an 8. Lower, lower than an 8. Lower, lower, lower. Everybody's saying lower than an 8. It is lower than an 8, guys. It's a 4. Good job. Good job. So higher or lower than a 4. We've lost Jenny, I think, guys. We've lost Jenny. Jenny, give us a sign if you're still there. I think she's in the car. She's on her way. I don't think so. I'm just kind of thinking. If you do truly care, Jenny, come over. Drive over in your car now and bring drugs. So we're going higher or lower than a 4. Like, not sketchy drugs like heroin or crack. Maybe some Molly, some Coke, maybe. Percocet. Higher or lower than a 4. Higher or lower than a 4. I'm not sure if we had much nostalgia tonight. We did have for a little part, I'm guessing. But sometimes, you know, these live shows do take a course and direction of their own once we do start. So Glynis is saying higher, and it is. It's a 5. It's 1 higher. Do you like the little things that I'm putting in here? I don't know what this one's going to do. Awesome. Okay, so you've got 3 cards left. Sorry, I've almost realised we haven't got the music. The ace is still out. Look at Baby Pamplin counting cards. Oh, Almal saying 2-7 ace. There's the ace. So you can't really, it's got to be, it doesn't matter. Higher or lower, it's the ace. It's wild. There's the 2. Almal, you are a card counter. And don't forget, double or nothing if you guess the cards. Do you want to guess what, is this the 7? Is this the 7? Higher than a 2. It's got to be higher than a 2. It's the 7. Wow, you are a card counter, Almal. We should go to the casino with Almal. She counts cards. There it was. 7 people are watching now. Well, there we go. There was a couple of hands of shitty card. Yeah, that was pretty impressive, Almal. She called the last 3 cards, although almost in order, not quite. So there was a couple of hands of shitty cards. Hope that was enjoyable. Should we go back to the nostalgia? The last card was a 7-2. How extraordinary. Look at Laurie. Go girls. You are a good little team there. We have lost Jenny. Maybe she's tending to her little one. I should look to see if we get a... No notifications. So that was it. That was a couple of games of shitty cards. I don't know if you feel like playing another hand, or should we maybe try to find some kind of 80s trivia quiz on the internet. I'm not sure. I'm just playing with some of the little things here that you can use. Oh. Check this one. And hey guys, go girls. So anyway, give me some comments, give me some feedback in the yes, like my mum, kisses Almal. Your mum can count cards too? There's some angry ones. Do you want angry? That was like a bullet hole. Do you see this? And this is like the Eye of Sauron. Oh, that's what you do, look. Bullet holes. If you keep pressing it, sorry, it does things. There's some chilies. And what does this one do? An explosion. So it's nearly 2 hours, guys. We could I learned from here only, never counted really, Almel, look at you learning skills and adapting and developing to your surrounds. Actually, do you want me to give you an awesome bubbles? Don't know what this does. You get some bubbles. Your mum was good, huh? This looks like sperm. It isn't sperm. Don't know what that was. Check this one out. This is for you. Skills. That was like a Karen clapping. Who wants to see Karen clapping again? Good job, Almel. Good job learning skills. So anyway, we can wrap this up at the 2 hour mark because we've only got 8 folks watching now. And as I said, we did have some intentions of trying to do a little bit of a nostalgia night, going back to the 80s, doing some memoirs and memories, and I guess we did for a little bit. And then I don't know what happened. The liquor, the alcohol, the shitty cards. Jenny, you were a great sport, and even if you don't show up, you did contribute quite a lot of entertainment tonight, and I did change the direction tomorrow so you can prep for it. What's tomorrow? The quiz? Are you talking about a quiz show tonight, or what are you chatting about there, Almel? Do you want to see some fun? Tomorrow the 80s? Well, tomorrow is Saturday. I might be out and about meeting up with the Toronto Truth crew. I don't like that guy. What does this one do? Did we get into double figures, Becky Pamplin? I'm guessing we did. Oh, this one's a fun one. Dancing Monkeys. Hey, I've been out of the loop. You going live a lot lately? Honestly, Laurie, it's kind of been a bit weird in the last sort of few months. I kind of haven't really had much of a motivation or kind of that drive to want to make videos or go live or do anything. And some of the live shows I have done have been a little bit kind of forced and almost like an effort to do. Not like the days where I could just press play and we could sort of talk for 4, 5, sometimes 7 hours without a script or a direction and provide some entertainment. But this evening, I mean, today we did a rare daytime live show because Glynis, her care package arrived, and sort of had a little bit of fun. And towards the end of that show this afternoon, we sort of started talking a little bit about the 80s and the nostalgia. And some of you were saying how much you loved that era and how they rocked. So kind of my intention this evening was, you know what, we've all sick to death of hearing this COVID shit and the new normal. Let's fucking get away from it. Let's sort of try and use a little bit of nostalgia to sort of pull at the sort of memory banks and kind of remind us of a time when we were sort of young and carefree. And that was kind of, I'm glad you've had a good day. And, you know, we spent a little bit of time with Nancy for her birthday, and it was my birthday on Wednesday. So we haven't been doing as many lives as normal. We do try to get a weekly live show on a Tuesday, like regular. But as I said, I kind of lost a little bit of something I don't know what exactly in terms of creativity. But today we've had fun. We sort of forgot about maybe trying to create content, do things that are mind provoking. Or maybe, you know, rabbit holes to go down, stuff like that. Sometimes, you know what, it's not a bad thing to just press play and see what happens. And I think some of you guys just enjoy hanging out with each other. We don't always need to be diving down rabbit holes. We don't need to be unraveling secrets and you know what I'm saying, New World Order and gender. It's sometimes, you know, we've become friends, we become, dare I say, family. You know, the Thrift Fam community, we do enjoy just spending time together and sometimes having some fun, having some carefree time. Yeah, you know what, I've been thinking, Martha, that maybe daytimes might be the way to go, because a lot of you ladies are kind of, I don't say this derogatory, you're housewives, you're at home, you know, got kids and stuff maybe. So perhaps in the daytime when you're doing your chores and your errands, that might be a good time to do our do a live show. I did try a cut. Like, I mean, the trouble is, at the beginning of the pandemic, I was still very much in like my kind of work sleeping pattern, semi nocturnal. But since, you know, I sort of haven't had that routine each and every week of having to go to the kitchen, I have started sleeping a little bit more sort of normal, I guess, you know, falling asleep a little bit earlier at night, although not exactly early, and getting up a little bit earlier in the day, enjoying more of the daytime. And that's good. And baby P, you know what I mean? And when you're sort of like nocturnal, and that is your occupational, that when you're sort of on your days off, you still tend to stick in that sleep pattern. But as I said, maybe some daytime, with the exception of baby P, who's sleeping during the day, it might be an idea. I can't say we do it every day, but tomorrow is my granddaughter's youngest. She's 15. She's a teenager. Well, a lot of July birthdays, it would seem. So let me go back to the fun ones. I'm talking about the like little effects that I can add up here. I'm not sure if or not you guys had fun this evening with me TSP, or if or not we did have the nostalgia that I intended to. But as I said, sometimes, guys, the best plan is no plan, and sometimes following a direction might, when you're following, let me start again. When you follow a strict direction, maybe you might miss better things along the way. And I think we had a lot of fun tonight. We haven't heard from Jenny for a while. I'm almost certain if I sort of go off air, she's going to turn up outside. She probably won't. But that was a fun little interaction there. Interesting question, Laurie. Hard to say, because don't forget that they did put out a little bit of a fear campaign saying that you can transmit COVID from sperm. But we don't want to talk about things like that tonight. That was part and parcel of tonight. Let's just fuck COVID. It can piss up a rope. And we were going to do, as I said, have a little bit of nostalgia. So I am going to wrap this up now, guys. It has been fun, mainly because the sort of liquor has started to pay a little bit of a toll. Not in a bad way, but we have had a couple of hours tonight. We had an hour something this morning of hanging out live. So if anybody has anything they want to add or maybe talk about, now would be the time. Maybe we could delay just to see if Jenny is on her way, but I don't think. I guess I'm chopped. You're not chopped liver, Almel Hardy. Why would you say such a thing? Not at all. You're like filet mignon, or maybe a bacon cheeseburger, because those things are delicious. You're not chopped. Although chopped liver, I do like liver. Don't get me wrong. I don't know why people use that in a bad way. Liver is quite delicious if it's cooked right. Yeah, we have missed you, Laurie. We have missed you. And Alias we haven't seen for a little while. That's a shame. But yeah, Elmel, you're like a bacon cheeseburger. Delicious and just the right kind of greasy with all the juicy goodness you could imagine. See what I did there? Maybe I should drink whiskey more often. Makes me somewhat poetic. As I said, has anyone got anything? We should probably... Daytime tea. Are you liking the idea of tea in the day? I mean, we did toy with it. Coffee with tea. Thanks for the upgrade, Almel. Never think of yourself as chopped liver, darling. Certainly at the thrift fam. Or at the thrift store. At the thrift store, we're all angels. With maybe a little bit of streak of demon running in us. But just the right amount, you know. A little bit of mischief is good for the soul, as my dear beloved Nana Bet used to tell me. So anyway, come on guys, help me out here. What do we want to do? Do we want to wrap this up? Has anyone got anything we should add or talk about? Do you want to go back to the 80s? I did make a nice little, I'm pretty sure we're going to get a community strike for it, but I do got an outro kind of thing planned for you we could watch, but let's just give it a minute just to see. I'm going to drop Jenny a text, see what she's up to, if she's on her way. Oh, Jenny says not tonight. I'm saying she was fun. That's quite all right, Heidi. Important phone calls are far more important than it's okay. She's got a little one, I guess. So you know, single mums and stuff. But maybe we will get Jenny over to be a sidekick at some point. But she's a good sort. She's got a good heart and it's quite funny at times, especially with her little voices. But that would have been fun had we had an improvised or impromptu special guest tonight. Anyway, guys, nobody's adding anything tonight that they want to see anymore. I'm not sure if or not you enjoyed the little bit of nostalgia that we did have at the beginning of the show. I did have stuff planned, actually. I was going to get some things up on the TV screen, cast some stuff, show you some similarities from the 80s fiction, or some examples from the 80s of God, I can't even fucking speak. Sorry, I have had like 2 bottles of whiskey today. You must forgive me and must appreciate the fact that I am kind of doing quite a good job at remaining coherent through this. Yeah, Nancy, we might not go down that road. But next time, what was I talking about? I don't fucking know. The whiskey. There's whiskey in the jar. Almel, what's going on, Almel? Something happened? Are you going through a rough time? Of course, we love everybody in the thrift fam here, but you know there are some that I don't have favorites, but you know Almel, she's a good sport. We obviously kind of joke in the past about her little Tijuana donkey shows, although we know that Almel doesn't really go south of the border and entertain donkeys for money. And of course, little Darcy, bless her, she'd have been fun tonight singing. Laurie, are you leaving? I haven't necessarily said that we're signing out yet. I'm just kind of like waiting to see if anyone wants me to go on any longer. I mean, I do want to smoke more and do have this kind of like, because I have had liquor. Dang, I need drugs and a hooker. I don't need drugs. I mean, nobody really needs drugs and a hooker, but they can provide good times if you do have them. But I did have some intentions to try and like use the TV screen and try and utilize my like fancy studio. Let me show you, because you know, I've got the computer here, and then what I was going to do, there's the intro music waiting in the background, but I was going to cast stuff onto the screen. For example, you see, I could put an article on there, turn it around. See, that was about the Straightorm Corporation. Actually, you can read it, right? Looking on the screen. So that was what my intention were, that I was going to, like, you know, look on the internet on my phone, cast stuff onto the screen, and we could maybe talk about it or look at it. Can you take a call in? I mean, I could take a call in, Glynis. I don't really want to right now because I'm kind of a little bit drunk, need to pee, and kind of want to smoke. I'm up for whatever. I just need more coffee. Yeah, coffee is good. But that was kind of what I wanted to do and try and utilize, because then I can kind of on my computer. How did that happen? So, you know, so we could have looked at stuff, pulled up an article, for example. That shit. Sorry, I am a little bit loaded, guys. Please. Cult Education Institute. So this was where God, who was it? Kelly Kibo. I mean, I do want to get on the I would like to get back into the practice of doing the call-in shows. Do you remember once we did a call-in show and this guy turned, I can't remember, he's a young dude, he's pretty cool actually, he wasn't a bad guy. But this is kind of what made me think, shit, maybe I shouldn't do like call-in shows in the future. But this guy called in once, and he was a lovely guy. I can't even remember his name now. And as I said, he's kind of young, which was nice that he was young and awake. But he called in and goes, "Yeah, man, what about those fucking Jews, man? They fucking own everything. They control everything. The fucking Jews." And like, okay, maybe not such a good idea. This is going to get us shut down. But that was what I was going to do, you see, because we can bring stuff up here in survivors, protests, kids helping kids. I could read it to you. Or maybe we could put up... I want to try and find a way how I can like use an like Iggy shadow band uses shadow band productions, but he uses StreamYard, and you can kind of like set up your stream and then like have the websites and the pages that you want to go to. But this is what I kind of wanted to do. Maybe we could go over here looking. Hey, look, there are the Transformers. Look at them. Hey, remember this guy? Well, now we have something like him in real life. Do you see what I mean? And there they are coming out of their spaceship. Maybe if I come back a little bit further, you can see the computer in it. But can you see the TV okay? Actually, I don't need that. That's my screen recorder. Shut that down. That was the Constructicons. And I got my weed and stuff there, look. And that was something I thought we could do with the studio, and it would give us, you know, we kind of look at the little thrift fan fireplace, and I could kind of sit over here, and we could get stuff up onto the computer. There, of course, is Optimus Prime. He was the leader of the Autobots. That's Starscream. I'm guessing that is actually the toy, and you can see there he's actually holding Megatron. That's kind of cool. This is like a dummy run. I'm kind of like demonstrating now. I'm not going to be compliant. Good for you, Heidi. Let's all be non-compliant. Non-compliant is the way to go. There's a cool picture, look, of the whole Autobot crew. There's little Bumblebee. There are the Decepticons that come from the opening intro. But you see the point, guys, what I'm trying to make, that we could possibly do stuff like this. What else could I put up? Doobie-doobie-doo. Inspector Gadget, look, you know, we can get him up, and here he is again. Here he is again, Inspector Gadget, look, it's a cool picture. You see what I mean? I don't know what that means, Nancy. Okay. But as I said, guys, this was something that I thought we could possibly do, and then maybe we could even put things onto the computer somehow, some way like this. Get a new thing up, and what could we put up on here? The Goonies, and then we can come over to images, perhaps pull up an image on the computer screen. You see what I'm saying, guys? You know what I'm talking about. But then if I do that, I lose what you're seeing there. Glynis is Seal here. That was, yeah, Killer. I wish he was here. I'm still, you know, I've been using a phone for the whole time. I'm a lot more comfortable and know my way around a computer, but I want to kind of be able to try to utilize the computer, so on live shows we can kind of set up like websites. Maybe, okay guys, I found an interesting article, let's have a little look at this, for example. You feel me? I'm sure you do. And that's what I was going to try tonight, that maybe we could get some 80s, you know, pull some stuff up on here and have a look at. Like RoboCop. And of course, there you go, there's RoboCop, a movie from the 80s. We can go over here, look at RoboCop 1. And that is the idea, you know what I'm saying? That we can kind of maybe look at stuff. I don't know if or not you can see this good on your screen, because I've lost, although I haven't necessarily, because I can go over to this phone. And cast you. And then, I don't know if you can see it in the background, I can watch you on there. Let's get rid of the sound though. And you can put up short circuit. Here he is, look. Johnny 5 is alive. Wow, it's God, Chuck from Better Call Saul. I didn't realise he was in it. And there is Johnny 5. There was the movie photo, right? Was Steve Gutenberg in it? You get the gist, I'm sure. Becky's getting coffee. Guys, you can't hear me, I guess. Anika, hello. Welcome, little Anika. I'm guessing you can't hear me. Is that what you're saying? I am a little bit of away from the microphone, as you may know. But that is my little setup. I'm not sure if or not that is a good thing that we can do in the future. Perhaps we can maybe, as I said, get some articles up. Here we are. I was talking about earlier, look. Back to the Future. Oh! Don't know if you can see that. There's the 9/11. Twin Pines. There are the Twin Pines. There you go. New World Order in the background of Back to the Future. The flux capacitor 666. They knew. Of course, that was from The Simpsons. Actually, do you know what we could do? Judge Dredd, that's where we're going. The mega cities, Mega City 1, the New World Order want 10 major structures around the globe. Mega cities, smart cities. This could be where we are heading. Super Friends, that's not good. Let's go back. There we go. What is predictive programming? This was a Sesame Street article. Look, there's Cookie Monster eating the World Trade Center. Logan's Run. Welcome to the 23rd century. This is a movie that is along with Soylent Green. It's very, very prophetic, and this is kind of a smart city that they live in under a dome. You can see the dome is kind of represented there by a rainbow. They're told that they're not allowed to leave the dome because but this is 70s, not 80s. Dangers, pollution, stuff like that. Let's see what else we've got down here. The Eyes of Darkness. Of course, this book predicted the coronavirus. Let's see what else there. Gremlins 2. 9 there, 11 there, and Gremlins 2 there is the World Trade Center, so 9/11 predictive programming from 9/11. This is just typing in 80s predictive program, not putting anything specific in. There's Event 201, Terminator, World War examples. Let's look at the examples of predictive programming. So Armageddon there, showing you 9/11 movie there, The Big Squeeze. More 9/11. The Matrix. His Neo's birthday was September 11th, 2001. It's a comic book from 1991, something from 1993, 1997. The Simpsons. So you know. The Illuminati cards. There's some Kobe Bryant deaths. When there's no room in hell, the dead will walk the earth. Sorry, I'm fucking getting a little bit lost there. This has got very uninteresting, I'm sure, right now. Sorry guys, you can't hear me. I apologize. I was kind of getting lost in my computer, but I'm too far away from the microphone, perhaps. Lisa Simpson, Donald Trump, look, president predictions. That is what I want to get next, is a microphone. Anyway. But some of you were saying about a microphone, and yes, I definitely like a microphone. So of course I got one of the most iconic movies, Rocky 3, Terminator we were talking about. Can you name them? Blade Runner, I'm not sure what that one is. Die Hard, Ghostbusters, Full Metal Jacket, Ferris Bueller, Terminator, Wall Street, don't know what that one is. The Shining, some good movies there. 16 Candles, Bill and Ted, Breakfast Club, Pretty in Pink, John Hughes movies. Popeye, do you remember that? Robin Williams, Private Benjamin, that was a good movie. Goldie Hawn, oh my god, she's hot. Sorry if I am quiet, I don't mean to be. There's a Terminator, the 80 movies with just 3 clues. So we will try The Princess Bride. What a great movie that was. The Goonies, Annie not so much, but Goonies and Princess Bride, what classic movies. Possibly get some stuff up on the computer like this. Aliens, 48 Hours. Stranger Things. Now that is something that's very interesting as well. What's that all about? 11 movie collection? That's interesting. 11 horror movies. Let's see what that's all about. Sorry. I want to know what's on it. It says it's got 11 movies on there. Yeah, never mind. But does that kind of work? What's tripping you out, Almal? Me using the computer or the pandemic? What's good for you? But anyway, that's kind of what I wanted to do, guys, that maybe we can incorporate all of this stuff so I can get like articles and stuff of interest up, and we can kind of look at them and maybe go down rabbit holes together and uncover things as we go along, if you get the drift. So I don't know if or not that would be a good idea for you. But that's something we wanted to step away from today, the pandemic and the whole what's going on, and just kind of forget about it for a couple of hours. And why I wanted to do a little bit of nostalgia, because nostalgia is a very, very, very powerful emotion. It kind of can bring back a lot of feel-good factors. And, you know, once the feel-good factors kick in, the dopamine and stuff, and you sort of do feel a little bit more upbeat about yourself. And, you know, just talking a little bit this morning, obviously the liquor did help, but I think we did have a little bit of, you know, that kind of, not necessarily spring in our step, but just remembering some sort of better times, especially when the world has gone to shit and there's so much fucking doom and gloom and bad news on almost every, you know, mainstream social. You can't escape it. So that's what tonight was all about. To get away from pandemic bullshit, the scammed pandemic, fuck COVID. It's a fun Friday. It can go, the pandemic can go and piss up a rope. Fuck COVID, hashtag. And that was the idea for, like, maybe future. Why have we got a little bit of blurriness going on? And we could, in fact, possibly, for the last part of the show, maybe see out like this. So anyway, there you go. There's Hoopty's box. Anika, look, there's your little GoPro there. I need to get an SD card, and maybe we'll be able to use it, because now I have the computer. I can link that up perhaps onto it. What did you think of tonight's episode, guys? As I said, I did plan to do a little bit whole 80s nostalgia night, talk about all sorts of things, E.T., Terminator, but I am a little bit loaded, I must admit. I have drunk a whole bottle, actually 2 bottles of whiskey, although they're little Mickeys. I don't know, guys. Should we wrap this up? Tonight rocked. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Glynis. As I said, it was, let's just fuck COVID. Sometimes, you know, you've got to just go back inside and remember good shit, and sort of pull upon all those things that pull on the good, you know, the good sensations and the good feelings. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Baby P. And as I said, I've had a little bit to drink, I've had a little bit to smoke, we've had some fun, we've had some laughs, we've had no structure, we've had no direction. And it's good to get distractions right. It's good to kind of forget ourselves, even if it is for a couple of hours. We know you thought it rocked, Nancy. You've been loaded on wine. It's your birthday. You're probably more wasted than me. Look, you can even see I've got a little bit of those. I've had too much to drink eyes. And I do like to wear a hat, because I don't like looking at my eyes, and I don't like looking at my ugly bald head. So that is why I wear a cap. And there you go, Toronto Raptors, NBA champs. Go Raps, go. Not that I'm really that much of a fan of the Toronto Raptors. Lowell, you drink his... Yeah, Glynis sent me a care package, Anika. I drank 2 bottles of whiskey today. Let me see if I can fish them out. So this morning both of those were full. I mean, they're not full bottles of whiskey, but that's it. Didn't go in the trash can. I have had a little drink, and as I said, it was my birthday this week, so I'm entitled to have a little birthday bash, I guess. And my birthday bash I spent with you guys. Here, I've still got like hiccups and burps from the liquor. What are we saying? 2 hours 20 minutes. I think you are so cute, Thrifty. Oh my god, have you been drinking since breakfast, Anika? Yeah, it was my birthday on Wednesday, Anika. I was 49, although I have been saying I've been 50 since I was 45. But thank you for thinking I'm cute. But as I said, you probably have been on the bottle if you think that. Thank you, Hoops. So this was a little bit of a birthday bash. I did say maybe I might do something on Wednesday Night Live, but not feeling so good. I did have a little bit of a chat with Annie Bedell, who lost her satellite. She had some storm or something, and she was with us earlier this evening, then disappeared. But she texted me to say her satellite was down. But anyway, it was my birthday on Wednesday, and I figured, you know what, I got a birthday package this morning from Glynis. We did a live unboxing. kind of got my, hey, I'm enjoying doing live shows. It wasn't a forced effort. Let's go live tonight. Let's try and forget. Let's try and do some nostalgia. Root TT. You go, Al Mal. Your eyes freak you out, but I just don't like looking at myself. Do you want to get a close up of the eyes? They're green. Yeah, this is my comfortable shirt actually, and I kind of stretched it a little bit, and it ripped, and it's hot and sticky outside. No, I don't have a PO box anymore, Anika, unfortunately, sweetheart. Due to the fact that the pandemic kind of come, they're green eyes, Glynis. I don't know if you can see. The eyes are the window to the soul. Sorry to say, but I don't really like looking at myself at all. And certainly, you know, I'm not one of those, hey, look at me type. And, you know, as my dad said, you can't polish a turd. Hang on. Can I get the tumbling turds? Damn you. I've lost the tumbling turds. Maybe they're in the fun section. No, they're not. Are they? No, I can't. I think they're in the OMG. Where are the Here they are. You can't polish a turd, son. You can't polish a turd. And now the turds tumbling from the sky. We've got 11 watching again now. It is, what is the time? Let me look. It is 10:30 in Toronto, Glynis. Yes. Yes, it is. I'm not showing you my prostate. What do you think? Shy is cute, even cute. Behave, ladies. Behave. Just calm down. I love the shit. The tumbling turds are my favorite thing. This is the best part about the Prism app. Let me just show you these. I just love holding them. Can you see those? You've probably never ever seen a pair of Adidas custom made trim trabs like that. That was beautiful. If you could feel the leather. And that is a little bit of a nostalgic throwback to the 1980s. In the 1980s, I would have killed for a pair of these. And, I never even wear them, but just for you. Trim trap. And I don't know if you did see it earlier. Maybe you didn't. Glynis, she sent me this card. And look, it's got a turd on it. And it's kind of a 3D turd. It sticks up off of... Can you see that? Sorry, I've worked 50 hours this week and I'm free now. Almel, when you go and did you actually turn around and say to wherever you were going that you're not coming because you're having fun hanging out with the Thrift fam? And if that is a case, fantastic. I'm glad that you did. Even lesbians know cute when they see. What are you chatting about? Ladies, please, calm down. I'm not trying to get you your hormones in a state. This is why we don't show you perhaps, and we look at the little mascot. Sorry, mini meat stick is kind of a little bit wonky. So very true. You sucked me in, and I put it off till dark. You're gonna buy drugs, Almel, because that's the sort of thing you would do after dark. Sucked you in. No goslings today. I'm not sure what that means. And these are some even, well, I don't know if they're nicer. I don't know if you can see those. Forest Hill, look how sparkling and white. And I don't know if you can see how they're laced. The bars, see? Bars on bars. We got a gusset girl. And I do like these. Do you want me to wear one? those are some very nice summer kicks. Well, I've got a little bit of a wrinkle there that is a little bit unfortunate. Oh, kind of needed to. I could make trail mix. Glynis did send me a bag of nuts and some candy. We could make some trail mix. Yeah, I do like my shoes. And this is what we would say in England. Don't know if you can see those. Is what's known as rocking horse shit. These are Adidas Santiago 62. These are actually vintage shoes. These are nearly 20 something years old, 25 years old almost. I'm not going to say mint condition. They got a little bit of wear and tear, but rocking horse shit. You can't find those for love or money. Adidas Santiagos. Go and look for them if anybody wants to make a bid on them. I'll be happy to. And this was another card that Glynis sent me. Your biggest fan. Some nice little emojis in there. And this is a dang, the fucking whiskey is kicking in a treat now. This is a lip balm. I don't know if you can see that. It's got a little turd on the front. These are beautiful. What are you talking about? What are beautiful? Those or those? These are nice looks. They've even got like a little pink logo. I don't know why I like the pink logo. Those are very, very nice. Actually, those are beautiful. Or were you referring to those? Goodness, the Santiagos are the Forest Hills. But yeah, that is a lip balm. Down here I've got some spicy Korean snacks. Like these are very, very spicy, and I was gonna eat those with Tenzin from work. But who knows when that's ever going to happen. But those are some extremely spicy Korean snacks we will be trying at some point. Oh, those eyes. Yeah, the runners. They're not runners. You wouldn't run in them. They're just for wearing to football. Glynis. No, look, fun little. So you can pull them on. Rocking horse shit. You won't see or find those in any store whatsoever. And I would take bids starting at $500. That would be the start. Really, the eyes. Maybe I should. Hi guys, I haven't been working for a terrible amount of time. Don't have any money. If you want to help me out, now would be the time. Anyway, I'll be back. Going to pools. Oh my god, what you oh my god in about? You the girl, PayPal. Do you want me to do the eyes again? Please, guys. Maybe I should put money in my underwear again. That Almail was fast to get the PayPal jar loaded up when I stuck some currency in my underwear. I wish I didn't take out the M&M caramel ones because the plug was so heavy. Oh, you enjoy the M&M caramels yourself. Hot food. Yeah, pizza would be nice now. I did make myself a big plate of potato salad and bologna sandwiches before I went on air. That was my supper, and it was homemade potato salad. The package, yeah, and even though you can kind of, if it fits, it ships. It does get a little bit congested the more you shove in it. I was going to make some trail mix, but maybe if I, the reason I don't want to do that, if I do, I will end up eating it. Sorry, I'm trying to cover myself up again. So I feel a little bit, I don't know, vulnerable, I guess. This is abnormal because, you know, for the longest time you saw the hands and that was all you saw, and now you kind of, I've been half naked on the beach. No, I don't want to eat it all up. I kind of want to. I like the fact that now I have some comfort food to put in my pantry, and I'm actually thinking of doing maybe a little pantry upgrade video over the weekend because we're looking like we're going to get some bad weather. So I don't think I'll be at the beach with the crew this weekend. Yeah, those flat rate boxes, they say if it fits it ships, but only up to, that's what I'm talking about, only up to a certain amount. And then I've had that happen to me, Glynis, so I know exactly what you're talking about. Hoop D's, I got to close up and clean it. It was nicer to see you, Hoop. Just fucking leave it for morning shift. Fuck those bitches. And fuck COVID. Fuck it. Fuck it in the ass. Piss off a rope, motherfucker. We're not embracing that shit. God, I am a little bit loaded, I must admit. But yeah, you do what you got to do, Hoop D's, and we've actually gone on for nearly 40 minutes longer than I was planning to. We haven't talked about anything nostalgia, or maybe a little bit. We looked at some shit on the computer, so I have tried to keep it within the realms of what I intended it to be. Do you guys want to watch the little outro that I prepared right now? And we can watch it together. Maybe I can read your comments. I'm going to do that. We can play it on the way out as well. Okay. This was my outro for tonight. See, you like what I did here? You guessed the movie? Have you named the movie? Tell me this isn't getting those nostalgic heartstrings pulling. Come on guys, give me a comment. Almost brings a tear, right? Is anyone getting a little tear? I am. Sweep the leg. John Bender. This is what I'm telling you. I should have played this earlier to get us back into the spirit. These are the days, like Hoop. You don't want to clean up anymore. Oh my god, CD cakes, first times. I busted my nut more times than once over that, I'm not gonna lie. I'm going back. Where we're going, we don't need roads, TP. corner.
You're still here? It's over.
So I'm sure that conjured up some memories. I actually did bring a little bit of a tear thinking about some of those things there. But let's turn this round before you do see me cry now. Goodness, I would have pressed it twice. Good job. I'm glad you enjoyed that, guys. That was so cool. And as I said, memories. Nostalgia and alcohol maybe aren't a good idea, but there you go. Do you want to see it again? We can play it out one more time as we say goodnight. But yeah, that did bring up a couple of emotions, should we say. Hopefully the same for you. So let me know if you want to watch it again, and we can see that one more time as we play out. I'm going to roll myself a spliff. We've nearly been going for 3 hours. What a show we had tonight. As I said, we did try to bring a little bit of nostalgia into the proceedings this evening. Hopefully that did the same. Yeah, bittersweet. You know exactly what I'm saying, hoopties. Exactly what I'm saying. But anyway, that was, as I said, the intention. We're going to have a little bit of 80s nostalgia, and hopefully some of you sure watch it again on the way out. You sure? Absolutely sure? Bittersweet? Let's do it one more time. Okay. You ready? I'm rolling. Remember when you used to like tape the songs off the radio? That's what I did with this intro to give it that feel.
over.